Thank you.
Very good, thank you.
Move for approval.
Second. Motion by Monica, second by Clyde. Any other discussion, questions? Hearing none, those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next item is item B, and it's to consider the request of John Hedlund. He is the agent of BFU2, and the owners of the LLC owners is for a 30-day extension to consider the certified survey map. This is for the final condominiums plat and related documents of the property generally located southeast corner of 94th Street and 22nd Avenue. Proposed 4 to 7 unit condominium development to be known as Springbrook Place condominium.
Mr. President, members of the board, the petitioner is requesting a 30-day extension to comply with the conditions for the certified survey map, final condominium plat, and development agreement related documents for the proposed Springbrook Place condominium development that was conditionally approved by the Plan Commission on December 10, 2007, pursuant to the satisfaction of a number of comments and conditions as stated in the village staff report of December 10, 2007. Pursuant to the village's Land Division and Development Control Ordinance, certified survey maps and condominium plats shall be considered by the board within 60 days of submittal unless an extension as requested by the developer and approved by the village board is finalized. Due to the number of outstanding items that could not be satisfied by the developer during the holidays and some other extenuating circumstances that we have with respect to this plat, the village staff is recommending approval of the extensions. We just need to get through some issues as it relates to sanitary sewer and some other items in the approvals at the state level. The staff recommends approval as presented.
Move to approve.
Second.
A motion by Steve, second by Monica. Further discussion on this item?
I have one.
Mark?
Jean, is 30 days going to be enough time to resolve the issues that are out there?
We believe so, and it would be 30 days from January 19th, because it doesn't expire until that date. We just have, like I said, a few issues, unless Mr. Polikoff thinks otherwise. We just need to get some things resolved with respect to the sanitary sewer and then get the state approvals. I'll need to make some minor modifications to the plat and the CSM, but those are very minor.
Thank you.
Jean, question was, Jean, can be extended to 60 days, correct?
Sure, you certainly can. I mean, if there's any chance that this doesn't get resolved, but it certainly can be extended for 60 days.
Mr. President, I recommend 30 days. We need to work through some issues with the Conestoga Water Utility. I'd rather have a tighter time frame.
Yes,
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. The next item is item D, and it's considered relocation order for sanitary sewer forcing easements. It's on the property located south of Springbrook Road between, I gotta skip back to C, right? I'm gonna skip back to C. C is to consider the relocation order on 80th Street extension west of Cooper Road. I don't forget, Mr. Clyde's neighborhood there.
Mr. President, the relocation order is an order that we're required to adopt under state statutes when the village is intending to acquire property or easements through eminent domain. This last budget, the village approved the construction of 80th Street between Cooper Road and 57th Avenue. And on your map that's attached, and I'm sure it's on the PowerPoint, but we already own a good piece of the right-of-way along 80th Street, but there are 4 parcels that have frontage on for their homes in 4 cases on 79th, and they also divided their lots so that in the future they could access 79th Street, but that land was not dedicated. So the relocation order starts the process by where the village lets them know, and it's filed with the Kenosha County Clerk, so that anybody who acquired those properties would know that the property is going to be, that strip of land is going to be taken for the construction of 80th. We will also secure full narrative appraisals to provide to the affected property owners. So the entire process be followed as far as acquiring the property and determining a proper amount to, and their amount to pay the citizens that are involved in this right-of-way acquisition for a road. So it'd be my recommendation that the village board approve the relocation for order for 80th Street for the properties involved, and that the village president clerk execute the order and provide it to the Kenosha County clerk, and then as well as be recorded on the Kenosha County clerks.
Mike?
How long would something like this take to put into place?
As part of the easements, well, we're gonna do what's basically a quick take, it'll be 120 days. If there's a major dispute about the value, we'll continue to work on that with the property owners, but the village will require that right away to construct the road.
I'm just asking, 80th Street completion is estimated to be when?
Prior to, we're scheduling so we can have it open before school starts. Because that's when that intersection comes under a lot of stress. We don't want to be doing any construction in there at that time. So the other parts of it, there's just some little corners on 80th and Cooper Road, some vision triangles that we're going to be getting. So, but this, part of that project is going to involve putting up stop and go lights at 80th and Cooper Road. So, and that's what those help facilitate that. So there'll be sidewalks in 80th to get pedestrians back and forth to lanes primarily.
One other question I've got. I would anticipate that we may have some truckers wanting to use this as a Highway 50 bypass to get to Shared Road. It just food for thought for the future, maybe no truck traffic.
Right. We post this as we do our other village roads for 7-ton weight limit.
Oh, no trucks allowed.
We don't say no trucks, we say no trucks, 7-ton limit can't be used as a through road. If there's somebody making a gravel delivery to somebody's putting a driveway or whatever, that's acceptable, but not for the purpose of. What we want to do with the schedule on this is to have it ready for construction, put it out to bid, probably 60 to 90 days, get it underway, and like I said, having our construction, there is no buildings, it's just basically raw land that we're going to be putting in. The village will be constructing the sewer, water, storm sewer, with our crews, and then the street project will be done.
When you said sidewalks, Mike, that mean continuation going east of Cooper Road, or going out to the west?
We go west, and and east.
A couple of years ago, we had the neighborhood show up in full support of this project going ahead, and because of budget restraints, we were unable to do that. That's when the state stepped in and kind of put restrictions on our levy. So anyway, this is good news, Mike, and I would concur with the village administrator's recommendation.
Second. Motion by Mike, second by Clyde. Any other discussion on this item? Hearing none, those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carries. Now that moves us to item D, and that is to consider location order for sanitary sewer enforcement easement on the property located south Springbrook Road between the Union Pacific Railroad and former town landfill.
Mr. President, this is similar to the last time, only this isn't to acquire land, this is to secure easements. And it's to secure easements for a forest main that's going to be coming from the 73-1 station. And that forest main will go from the 73-1 station is directly to the east of the Greenwood Farm subdivision, our treatment plant. The village, in order to keep our Lake Michigan water diversion, is committed that in 2010, both wastewater treatment plants will be abandoned. So this is part of that project to abandon that treatment plant. The majority of the waste from that treatment plant comes from Lakeview Corporate Park. There is some waste that comes from the Ridge Division. So this is was anticipated, even the initial bid project that's going to be undertaken. So we need to secure that gets the wastewater from the lift station on the drive at the treatment plant and across these fields onto the village's property at the Old Town landfill. Another lift station will be constructed there. From that point, the waste will be pumped down Springbrook to Old Green Bay Road up to 104th Avenue, 104th Street and 63rd Avenue. It will fall into the Pleasant Prairie interceptor that goes to the Kenosha treatment plant. So this process initiates, this relocation order initiates the process